learned from the lesson. Live in the hills, but it still get a spread. Started with a live, but it still reinvested. Fear how I feel, then you feel it's a blessing. I just want the lesson, I just want protection. I'm up and I'm down, but they sound like progression. Farmer never plans if he waits for perfection. Fingers to the down.
All right, YouTube, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Well, I got the watch list for you. We're going to talk about what's going to happen this week. There's a couple of events. I have the plays. I got 3 different ones, and I'm going to show them to you, but we have to talk about the unexpected escalation. It happened over the weekend. We're also going to talk about why I'm wearing this shirt too, but it has to do with Biden. It was crazy. I don't know if you saw the weekend video. I was talking there about oil. You just had a very legacy-defining speech by Biden. This was very, very big. He went up there in Poland, again, a former nation of the Soviets, and it had a lot of context behind it, but this is what happened. Biden literally made a mistake and called for the ousting of Putin. So I was saying how that's a pretty big deal yesterday, but now they are trying to walk it back, but there is a lot of context behind this. We are going to get the PCE later this week, and I'm going to talk about that. There is some interesting things that we got to look over, but right now, over the next few days with commodities and even start this week off, I think this is going to be the big deal. As you can see here, there was that first headline, but then there was another headline, and they're saying the Biden team seeks to temper remarks on Putin as U.S. allies object. I thought I would have it there in the headline, but like literally Macron of France, they were like, nah, like we ain't down with what he said. Even the UK, they weren't with that. And then here's another comment here you can see. This is Richard N. Haas, and somebody was commenting to him about one of his quotes. He said, there ought to be 2 priorities right now: ending the war on terms with Ukraine that they can accept and discouraging any escalation by Putin. And this comment was inconsistent with both of those goals. And then he responded, and he was saying that comments by POTUS made a difficult situation more difficult and dangerous, and a dangerous situation more dangerous. That is obvious. Less obvious is how to undo the damage. And that's why now, coming into this week, over the next few days, we want to watch to see any comments of Russia, any peace treaties, or anything between them and Ukraine. But this might end up being a big deal. We are going to watch for that. But now that that's out of the way, besides that, this week, oh, wait, here, fill out random comment picker. You see this? This is the random comment. I need you to post the option trade, strike price, expiration date, all of that. We pick a random one on stream, okay? I want to get into this, but come on, please, just post it. It costs you nothing, and it's doing good. Oh yeah, and why I'm wearing this. So it's nice. I like it. It's a nice pink shirt. It's a Lacoste shirt, and it says Minecraft, but my mom got this for me, and she thought Minecraft was Roblox. So, Chad, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine it was Roblox. I vibe with it. And honestly, now that you see me, I only have like 4 shirts, and they all have bulls on them. So, you know, I love you, Chad. God bless. All right, anyways, but as far as this week, what we got ahead here, again, the next big thing beyond Mr. Biden there and how we see Russia, Ukraine, and any of that stuff, it is going to be the PCE. So, it is expected to come in, I believe, around 6.4, but you can see here on this chart, the highest estimate is 6.5. So this is showing you the distribution, and everybody is pretty much agreeing on it. And this is normal PCE deflator. There is a number at core, which should be expected to come in, I believe, at 5.5%, but that would still be the highest number in 40 years. This is the Fed's indicator, and really, with the distribution so narrow, if we are going to get anything crazy this week, it would be if we got a big surprise on this. If this comes in hotter than expected and the PCE starts running a little bit, again, now there's been enough time since the Russia situation started, that's where this is going to be the next biggest thing. Other than that, you're going to get a couple of data points. I mean, there's PMIs in like China. We are going to get like consumer spending and personal savings, and I think another housing metric. But other than that, people are going to be watching the PCE, then jobs report Friday. And now the real question is, does any of this stuff over the weekend related to energy, any of these deals, escalation, how does that start to play in, and how does that start to factor in? So pretty straightforward. There was like another headline here over the weekend on Biden's, proposed tax there for billionaires, literally a tax on unrealized gains on anybody holding more than like 100 million. So pretty much if you wanted to hold $100 million investment, you would have to have minimum $20 million of liquid cash right now just to pay the unrealized gains. So really this week, we're going to watch how politics comes into play. If any of these things happen, but there really isn't much. I mean, that's going to be the weird part. If there is no escalation, depending on how things play out with the bonds, emerging markets, we will see, but it could mirror a lot of what we got last week, but let's see what's going to happen. But now, coming into the plays, I got 3 different ones that I'm looking at tomorrow. They're all based on reasons here that I'm going to show you, and then we're just going to be writing out again. If you didn't watch the videos from last week, it's all in this format. We're trying to keep it very simple. Please go back and watch it. You'll see the EWG for Germany, VGK for UK, and then everything from Brent. We're still holding wheat, and I do think commodities will be interesting. I mean, I guess I'll start it here. Right now, people are talking about it. Yesterday's weekend video, you already have people now paying attention to the bonds. If you didn't watch the video, the thing that's happening now this week, there's no more rebalancing for pensions. So that means now we may see I was going this way. We may see less money come back into stocks, but now Wall Street, their war sparks Wall Street's rush to commodities. People are talking about this weekend, and even as like a side play, I'm gonna tell you this, watch the yen. There was 2 different headlines about it. Literally, people are saying mounting Fed bets, war uncertainty is putting a battered yen in focus, but then another one, the yen's failure as a haven during war may mean more pain ahead. And now this ties into bonds, and this is what I'm going to be watching this weekend as one of the plays. What I'm trying to say with this, or the first one, watch anything emerging market related, and especially the yen. Now, if you've ever listened to me with any of these lessons, the yen is usually a safe haven, so it's very weird that in the last couple months, it's gotten weaker and weaker and weaker, but now a lot of people are still looking at commodities. You watch the new core plays, Alcoa, these are all from yesterday. Remember, we went over these last week, so gonna be writing these ones out. I went over this on Friday. The only other play I made on Friday was Turkey, and now this one is an interesting one. Why? Here is another quote, and this is related to pretty much emerging markets and who is the winners and losers. They're talking about who exports commodities, places like Africa, Saudi Arabia, Latin American countries like EWZ. Those are the exporters. Those have been actually showing a lot of strength recently. And then he was talking about the weakness of importers. And now here's his quote. He's saying, and this is Charlie Robertson, global chief economist for Renaissance Capital. He said, what I'd be tempted to do would be go very long energy importers, Pakistan, probably Turkey. Anybody who imports a lot of oil is getting beaten now. He said they're cheap and getting cheaper. It's very easy from here to extrapolate deep deterioration. So he's saying that Turkey could be good because it's so bad. So I was playing it off of the relationship there with Russia. This adds a little bit to it, but I'm going to be watching those. Again, all of last week was literally EWZ. We went Latin America to Germany and VGK. We got a lot of these plays. So that's the first one I'm going to be watching. The second set of plays now, I am looking for the mega cap safe havens. You can see it right here. This is going to be the bullish argument. Again, anything you saw from last week, people talking about inflation hedges, all of that, that is still in play. And people are saying U.S. big cap stocks turn into the world's top haven as risk rises. They're saying that the market feels heartless. They're saying that nobody cares, and they said it's correct. So pretty much U.S. stocks, they look at America, we just want the money. But the big mega cap stocks, they are doing very well. Here's another pretty picture, and you can see here, since the war began, there's a couple of names there that are like break even, and that purple one I think is a broader emerging market index, but they're all either break even or down 5%, and then we are actually up so far. So it's pretty interesting to see. Again, we do got the bonds and everything else, and that may factor in with the PCE there this week, but gonna be watching Apple. We have those old plays on them. I want to see if that continues. And then finally, last play here, I thought this was interesting. Again, if we get any of that hype we saw from last week, but Tesla, Elon is saying he might be down to have a social media platform. He literally asked on Twitter, is it time for another platform? So we'll see. It may give it some hype. Besides everything else, I'm going to be watching all the plays. Again, Brent crude, I do think wheat and corn this week, again, after what we saw last week, they may start to tick back up here, but we still got a lot of timing. The fertilizer companies, all those are doing great, even like Lockheed Martin. So still riding out all of those plays. And then just don't forget about it, even though I didn't make it the focus. That's what we got a little bit yesterday. The bonds will be very, very key. Whatever TLT does, whatever the yield curve does, that's going to be the key right there. But now we're kind of in this waiting mode with escalation. So let's see what's going to happen, Chad. I love you. I will watch you guys, or I'll see you in the morning. We'll watch each other. It's going to, again, I don't know how to end it, but stay hydrated, healthy, ready to go. Make sure you, okay, I love you. God bless you, Colt. See you in the morning. Peace out.